Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans. I'm Caleb. I'm joined in the booth here with Dead Pulse. We have a wonderful match coming out of you from the Harley pod, the biggest clown car that ever was, with guardianmarcus taking on notyoungme. These two mad lads, this is their first race of the evening. That's right, both runners racing again later tonight against other opponents. Dead Pulse, how you doing, buddy?
Oh my goodness, Seed Bleed gonna be real.
There's no such thing, Dead Pulse, I promise.
Listen, maybe someone of your caliber can keep everything straight in their head, but me, I woke up this morning and went, "Oh my God, it's Thursday!" I was very excited.
It is Thursday, and it's funny, in the race room, these two were sort of laughing, kind of nice light energy in the race room before these two. They're both very humble racers, so it's a pleasure to call this race for these two guys. notyoungme made the comment that, hey, at least we know we're both running the same party. And yet,
snap!
Here we are, different parties. notyoungme opting for that red mage, guardianmarcus taking the black mage. So, interesting choice here. Force the thief and the white mage. The thief comes with the improved Thor hammer bonus, as well as being able to equip red mage armor. So that means we can put on chainmail, we can put on silver armor. That's about it, but it's an upgrade from bracelets and wooden armor. They do come with just 1 HP, as they have minus 30 HP to begin with. The red mage starts with temper, so we will have 2 level 8 charges of temper, and they can equip fighter armor, so that's pretty good. They do have a negative 10 strength malice, which is about half a cast of a temper. So I can see the appeal for notyoungme bringing 2 red mages. You know, get 4 free shots of temper. The white mage that they're forced to bring can equip legendary swords, has 1 magic point in every level to begin with, and has a negative 10 vitality malice, which kind of stinks because white mage usually pretty thick. And the black mage that guardianmarcus is bringing resists lightning and time, can equip gauntlets and helmets, which is like low-key one of like my favorite mage bonuses. But they cannot equip a ribbon. So with all that on the table, Dead Pulse, how do you feel about these party comps?
Well, the black mage is sad. The only things that can make these parties better, Caleb, is if we could just take 4 red mages. That plus temper is amazing. Listen, what you were saying before, I love both of these runners. They're both great people. They're both fierce competitors. This is going to be a great match, but off the bat, I think I'm giving notyoungme the advantage for taking the second red mage, hoping that fast is going to be one of the 22 spells we can learn.
So we get harm 3 and life. Pretty good. Both locked to the white mage right now. Ice 2, fire 2 lock. Not a bad start. We've seen better, but, you know, I'll take it. Like this, we got sweepers, you know, and we got life access. So I think those are the big takeaways here. I didn't see if we peeked in and saw what our free caster item was, but guardianmarcus is going to stock up on some chain armor. Why not? It's cheap. Everybody can wear it. And notyoungme getting a little turned around in that foyer. You hate to see it.
Listen, that foyer is a death trap.
Flame +1 sword in the first box here. We'll see if guardianmarcus checks these boxes. We get a house and a little money. So we are going to get some box checking. How do you feel about the early boxes?
Oh, I love the early boxes. I can't not check them. I have a fear that there's going to be something good in there. Mm-hmm. There was a race, a pickup race, that like the XCal +4 was in the first box. Another one where the power gauntlet was in the first box. If you miss those, you're going to spend the entire seed crying. And I just can't handle it.
We start with that Thor hammer on that thief. Happy day.
Oh my goodness.
Day. Garland with damage, poison, zombies with fire 2. You thought Temple of Fiends is free. Not today. Not with these flags. Anything can happen. And
was that Thor hammer +3, Caleb?
I think it was either +2 or +3. It was plus a curly number there.
Oh, that's delicious.
notyoungme through the Gross Garland. And we're going to see what Princess and King give us. We get a canal and a rod. Pretty good.
I mean, I'll take it. It's no, it's no floater ship, but guardianmarcus is now getting through.
The canal It's a bit of a stinker because now if we find that ship in Provoca, Marsh and Ice are on the table. And for like late key, late loot. So in the
no.
early game, you
No.
get early ship and canal. Where are you going? You going to Marsh? You going to Ice?
Not Ice Cave. Never Ice Cave. Never heard of her.
Oh, there's a crystal for sale in Canaria. I don't know if Not Young Me went to the item shop. We're selling the Thor at Guardian Marcus.
Oh no!
The absolute mad lad sells the Thor hammer. I love the play. I get that it's like crazy melee damage. There is the off chance that we'll find another Thor hammer, but that is maximum cheek.
Listen, you know me. I don't bring a knife to a hammer fight.
There's Bicky with the ship, so our worst nightmares are coming true as Not Young Me is going to check the item shop here. No crystal for sale here. That's in Canaria.
Yeah, ordeals. Sub 5 minutes. Let's go, Not Young Me.
Oh boy, another house in a box. A little money. A little bit more money. And we get a cube. Okay. So these flags, we are required to do 2 Fiend Dungeons and 2 Fiend Dungeons only. Level 2 Nuke. Level 2 Quad X. Now, more often than not, runners will opt for Volcano for one of their Fiend Dungeons. It's the one we have access to right away. And Not Young Me sells the Thor Hammer. No love for the
You know what?
Thor Hammer.
Someone, Caleb, you're tracking. Put up the loser on both of them. They sold the Thor Hammer. Nobody's getting the victory.
If I did that, they would both get invited to voice chat and be very confused. Okay, Not Young Me must have seen the crystal for sale.
Yeah.
And
listen, as much as I joke, everybody out there know, like, you got to turn in the crystal because it could be the floater. So
absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead and sell the Thor Hammer. It stinks, but
yeah, especially like you might feel bad if you came into Matoya and she had like 10 grand in a box, because unfortunately you can't go back and rebuy that item. It's not a other normal video game where you can have access to the vendor items that you've sold. Like, can I buy that back, please? Wow. So early surprises all around. We're gonna get level 2. Look, we got Ruse and Wall. Not bad. Good tools to have. You know, especially if we don't find a defense sword or ribbon or a lot of ribbons, you know. Having enough casts of those, especially with that white mage. She's doesn't have much else to do at that level.
Oh, when we find, well, first off, we could have been swinging that Thor Hammer once promoted, but once we find the Excalibur, that white mage is going to be, slinging some heat there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we got nobody else that can swing in that white mage with legendary swords. We get a slab from the old men. They're just kind of passing this thing around. They can't figure it out. You know, you think Dr. Oon would be invited into the Circle of Sages at this point. I mean, these guys can't even do basic like language translation. What are they even sages of? All they do is just give you a boat, send you up a river.
They're sages of confusion. My type of people.
So it looks like Guardian Marcus is going to head into the Marsh Cave. Not Young Me. Nobody's checking level 3 and 4 magic. Interesting. I would. We got Sahags with crack. I would check level 3 and 4 magic because I've been burned so many times by exit just being there.
Yeah, you don't want to skip out on warp or exit. That is a game changer. The earlier you can get it, the more you benefit from it. My John Madden for the day.
Not Young Me is channeling his Deadpools. He's going.
This is how you do it.
I
would have liked to see it a minute ago, but
he had to do the Crescent Lake check, because if that's floater, then we're gonna do Bahamut first. Gonna do Bahamut. The 7-minute Bahamut check. This is a spicy check. I mean, we're gonna have to come back here once we get the tail, because there's no way we're doing this party unpromoted until they prove me wrong.
Well, we got dueling checks here. seeing if Marsh or the Bahamut check is going to be the correct one.
There's the chime and
Oh.
the key. Oh, see and there's a light axe +5. That is great for the
Everybody.
white mage.
All
The white
parties
mage,
involved.
yeah, the white mage, it's a free harm too. That's basically low roll fade damage. Bane +5 sword for Guardian Marcus and the cheeky one-off box.
Oh, wow.
I think I might have got that swapped. Did Not Young Me found the key in Bahamut?
That's correct.
Right? Yeah,
Yep.
I got those swapped on the tracker, so don't mind me clicking buttons.
Everything is fine.
So what's interesting, I mean, this is optimized routing with knowledge of the seed that we have now, but we could have held onto that Thor hammer. We could have sailed to Bahamut if that was the plan. He had a ton of money there. We could have hit the river dock at Matoya, walked down, done our key turn in with all that money, then buy the crystal, then turn it in right when we're coming back. But I mean, that involves a lot of pre-seed knowledge, but
yeah, why didn't they have that?
We could have kept that Thor hammer.
We love the Thor hammer here.
It's uh-oh. Gargoyles, literally no one's favorite enemy, are just bodying Not Young Me, and we got turn order. Nuke should take care of them. Should.
That is my level of turn order right there.
Yeah, we're gonna take a step, and then we're gonna let's use some life charges. Oh no, life was locked to the white mage. We are solo stratting.
Yep.
Oh, and did Guardian Marcus? Looks like he lost his dive, so is rediving for that chime. And as Not Young Me gets bounced out, so both of our runners hitting early hiccups here in their mini dungeons.
Oh my. With the Guardian Marcus, yeah, we're not doing it. Like the chime, whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. The Bane Sword +5 would have been nice to have, but it's exactly that. It's just a nice to have. It's not a need to have. It's not part of an in-game toolkit. But
yeah, I don't need no bell to know how to rock.
Yeah, it just means that we're doubling down on going to sea or going to Earth for our second dungeon. So looks like we're gonna go to ice. Sailing due west, coming out of the canal lock, going around the Melmond continent, and still going. So assuming that's where we're going for Guardian Marcus, or maybe it's the Crescent Lake check. We'll see.
Yeah.
Not Young Me makes it through the Pillar Maze. Early sorcerers are good XP. This should throw them up to level 12. Or no, I got my numbers crossed. I meant to say 10, but that wasn't even close. It was level 7. Because we're in ordeals.
Things.
We're in ordeals so early that I'm just assuming that we're level 10. Because we should be level 10 coming here.
Oh no, I come here at level 5 because this is where you go to grow up.
This is true. Now, if we get a tail here, that's going to be pretty exciting stuff.
I think it's going to be the floater. Oh
man! Somebody get Deadpool's a crystal ball. All right, we got Invis 2 and Ice 3, Fire 3 at level 6. It's fine.
I haven't seen Fast yet. Getting panicked.
We haven't been to Elfland yet, so we can assuage those fears for a little bit until we go to Elfland. But
I too like to live dangerously, Caleb. I get it.
I mean,
if you can get in the air and you don't have to go there and you can do all of your shopping, at Lefane in the superstore, that's awesome. That saves a ton of time.
I mean, that's what Not Young Me is set up to do. We've got the slab. We haven't translated it, but we can get in the air and just immediately go to Melmond. We just have to watch out for these Craxahags in the water. Earthquakes, never safe, especially underwater.
Oh yeah, sailing is the worst. Nothing good comes from the water. We all know this.
All right, Guardian Marcus pivoting to ordeals will be rewarded once we get through, as we're about to get airship time.
Well, 6, not too shabby. And let me tell you, I mean, going to ordeals is a reward in and of itself. So he's going to get double rewarded. And is there any other kind?
Did we pick up an herb somewhere? I don't
No.
think we did. Not young me. What we doing, buddy? Let's figure it out.
We wanted to go to Elfland. We wanted to check out the key lock here.
Of course. Silver hat, little money. Yeah, I mean, you were right, not young me. There's nothing here. Just push that guy out the way.
But we need a little gold to be able to get the spells. Oh, we have 36,000.
Lightning
There we
3,
go.
Saber, Lock 2.
That is a good level of spells. Wish Fast were there, but oh my god, we get Fade as well. Caleb, Red Mages ahoy.
Indeed. Indeed. Nuke and Fade. Off level. Now, the dream here is fast. There's White Locked Exit. And nothing doing and level 3 black magic, but Guardian Marcus
still have a chance at 5.
Guardian Marcus crushed, absolutely crushed that pillar maze. So bringing his experience from Marsh Cave to just go fast.
Not wrong. So, Caleb, what I missed is at the 13-minute mark, I am supposed to bring up some American Gladiator trivia. Why? Because American Gladiators, one of the best shows of all time. So I'm going to posit a question to you and all of our viewers out there, right here on Speed Gaming Prime. Which sitcom, to open its 4th season, had a crossover episode with American Gladiators?
I have a guess.
And bonus points if you can tell me the name of the episode.
Oh, I don't know if I can tell you the name of the episode, but I'm good at guessing stuff like this. So we'll see if what chat has to say. But there's big money there in Canary Locked, and there's the Adamant. I 4th season of American Gladiator. So it was what, like 92?
Oh no, it was the 4th season of the sitcom.
4th season of the sitcom.
Yep, opened up a crossover with American Gladiators. Now I'll give you another hint. Turbo was the main gladiator in that episode.
So, guesses coming from chat: Full House, Family Matters. I'm leaning towards Home Improvement.
Now, Family Matters is correct. I see Cyrenus going out there first. It was, and does anyone know what the name of that episode? Another hint: it was a pun, and I love it.
Oh boy, I have no idea.
I'll give it a couple of seconds because here's what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you what it is, and then I'm going to giggle to myself for like 6 minutes. So I'm going to... so you're going to have to do all of the talking. So in the meantime, Not Young Me turns in the crown, gets the Oxyel for it. We know that's, I guess you could go there, but you already have the rod. We are going to check the spike tiles over here, which is good. But anywho, the name of the episode, Caleb, are you ready for this?
Ready. Surely
You Joust.
Oh man. Sir. Surely.
Oh my goodness. Oh God, that cracks me up.
Oh man. Broke my brain.
All right, back to what are we doing? American Gladiators or Final Fantasy Randomizer?
Oh, silver bracelets +5. That's a very cheap gold bracelet right there. $1,500 here for Not Young Me and Melmond. I got distracted because I noticed the airship button doesn't work on the tracker. So we're picking up stuff. We're going to translate our slab. We got a few turn-ins. We got the crown that turned into Oxyel. The crown came from the Adamant. The Adamant came from a place. Maybe Sarda? I don't know.
Adamants are things. Also, I am Walls of Jericho. I like the cut of your jib.
Thank you, Jesus the Frog, Canary Lock. I knew it was a place that we had access to. Now we're going to go to Sarda and see what the old man's got from us. Thank you so much for
There.
helping me out, chat.
Look at that. Look at that fast. Level 5. Red Mage learnable. Advantage, not young me.
Temper is also available. Will be for both red and black mages upon promotion in the 3rd slot there. So, not young
Now,
me.
it does stink they're at the same level. However, because it's level 5, if we get up to, like level 25, we are going to have 4 to 5 casts up per red mage.
Right. And there's still the opportunity for a power bonk find. As now, Guardian Marcus goes to the old man, gets the herb, takes it to the Elven Prince, and gets the required loot. So that's loot. And once we go to Bahamut, we'll have the key for Guardian Marcus, and we'll be in go mode. So that's where he's going now. Okay. Groovy.
The scariest go mode ever.
Yeah. I mean, Oxyale will come eventually from the key. So that's Oxyale. So Sea and Volcano. I don't know how I feel about that. Not young me checking this northern room on Earth 2. If you're going to open 3 boxes on Earth 2, you should open the lower ones, in my opinion. There is a better trap treasure in there. And so there's go mode for Guardian Marcus. Uh-oh. We don't have the incentive ribbon. We don't have the incentive vorpal. We don't have a tail, but there's a free power gauntlet in the Asher chest on
Oh my
Earth
God.
3.
Who checks
And
that? Everybody.
Everybody should. It's a free box. And they're yours. You earned them. Open those boxes, folks. Never punished.
So Caleb, how does this change your calculus for this? So you're not young me. You just found Fast and Temper at level 5. You have just found the Power Gauntlet. Does this change the amount that you grind? What steps do you take to change your strategy to win this race?
If I'm not young me, I need the loot. And there's still a free check out there with Sarda. I'm going to check that probably after the Earth Cave. We're on the same continent. We can just fly over. And then I head to the volcano. And I might forfeit the opportunity to promote. Because the tail is either in the waterfall, or it's behind the slab bottle, or it's ice cave. And none of those feel like great options to do. I mean, the slab we can do, it's just a long walk. And if the slab is... Oh, that's the wrong eye for not young me. And if it's the slab that's the tail, like, you're in a pretty good spot, because if your opponent is desperate for promotion, they might check every other location before doing the slab turn-in, just because it's such a powerful turn-in to be able to do both at the same time. And like you said, the Lefane Super Shop's on. We can buy all the magic all at once, but unfortunately, if the Lefinians have the tail, we might not have a choice if we want to promote.
Now, let me tell you, Caleb, you know what would be great about not promoting? A Thor hammer.
We gotta open boxes to find another one, because both runners
We gotta open a
sold
box.
it. Both runners sold it. So, from my experience, Guardian Marcus knows Chime is in Marsh. So, he knows that ice is in play, and it could be tail straight up. It could be Ruby to tail. I typically see Ruby land on the inner sea, in my experience. I'm pretty sure early Ruby isn't turned on, but in my experience, that's usually where I've seen it land. And if that's the case, Ruby's an ice cave. We just go get that, and then hope that it's not in the waterfall. But I've also had the robot give me like pasta before, so anything's possible in these flags, I guess.
So, Caleb, we all know that the moon is not made of green cheese, but if it were made of pasta, would you eat it?
Okay. Whew. I know I would. I'd smother myself in tomato sauce and basil. It'd be delicious. Polish myself off with a nice glass of chilled wine.
I was going to say a tall, cool glass of wild cherry Pepsi, but
Ooh,
to each their own.
Wild cherry Pepsi's A+. I don't do a lot
Nectar
of
of the
sodas, but
gods.
it's pretty g dang good. As Not Young Me's getting his herb, gonna get his loot. I do love pasta though. It's one of my greatest comfort foods, and I grew up in a predominantly Italian neighborhood, so like one of my first jobs was working at an Italian restaurant, and it's a lot of fun to cook. It's one of those things that's I talked about this the other day with regard to like sandwiches and burgers. It's one of those things that's very modular. Like you can take any kind of pasta shape, any kind of pasta size and sauce, and you can kind of like, sure, certain things have better, affinity for each other, but like you can still, like, I don't care, like you can put any pasta sauce with any kind of pasta and have a good time. And I asked a couple of our runners what their favorite pastas were. Not Young Me is really a big fan of the restaurant Carbone's. I've looked it up. They're a chain. Looks like they're New York, Miami, Vegas, Hong Kong, like high-end pasta place in Greenwich Village, New York City. But he said spicy rigatoni vodka pasta, which is one of the first dishes I learned how to make in Italian restaurants. So pretty cool. I do like the vodka rigs. Guardian Marcus went a little bit more traditional. Lasagna. Lots of layers of ricotta cheese and ground beef. Sort of a traditional.
Oh my goodness.
Lasagna bolognese. I can love it. It's just like lasagna is one of those things like you take it out of the oven and you're supposed to wait like half an hour before you cut into it. So like you can get that nice stack of like hot pasta, but I can't help but just like cut into that thing as soon as it comes out the oven and it's just a big sloppy soup.
Let me tell you, I wanted to name my firstborn. I wanted to name my firstborn Falcor after the luck dragon. My wife vetoed that, so now I want to name my firstborn Bolognese. Then my wife said I'm not allowed to help with any sort of naming. So that's where we're at. I do have to do a shout out to Pickles and Beer, who said that he prefers cherry Coke. You, sir, are off my Christmas card list. Aww. You can go.
I can get down. I can get down with cherry Coke. We're having a little game night tomorrow at the house. We picked up some sodas for the guests and picked up a little 6-pack cherry Coke because it's good looking out. As Not Young Me sets up his Red D grind, and they're quad Xable, so we're gonna get some levels here for Not Young Me as he gets down on this spicy little Red D grind. As Guardian Marcus clears out the ice cave. Deadpulse, so what's your go-to pasta?
Listen, anything that has carbs in it has a special place in my heart. If I could 100%. Make a blanket out of carbs, I would wrap myself up in it repeatedly.
I mean, that's not far off from lasagna.
It's lasagna. No, my wife is an excellent cook. She makes delicious everything, and anytime she makes pasta, I get excited.
Guardian Marcus
doesn't matter what it is.
Finds a free ribbon in the 3-pack of boxes before the drop down here in the ice cave, and gets the ruby from ice. So,
are you a witch, Caleb?
As much of a witch as you are with that quarter call and ordeals. Now, if the ruby is the tail, it's going to feel pretty good for Guardian Marcus. If it's a ribbon, it's a nice to have because we already found one. Now we got 2. We got one for our melee. We got one for our life caster. But it's sad news because that means that we got to go to a waterfall, and we don't want to do that. But it could be bottle. So we'll see. And it's TNT. That's dynamite.
Oh, it is the dynamite. Now I'm looking over at Not Young Me's. This looks like those red Ds are quad Xable.
They are indeed. Now, what's curious is he's doing this grind now, and I wonder if that means that we're going unpromoted, or if we're just, now that we're on the cusp of spell charges for the thief, if we're gonna stop and focus on getting the tail as Guardian Marcus finds it here from the TNT.
Ooh. It was a bold play to go into Ice Cave, dig out that ruby, or dig out the ruby to the TNT to the tail. And I commend Guardian Marcus for it. That was a decent 50-50 gamble there.
It's a quality example of never punish, because not only did we get the tailed in order to promote, we also were rewarded with a free ribbon. And we still have that slab turn in to do, so we might get a second ribbon. And he's going back. He's going back to Marsh. We want that chime. We want to do chime and volcano. We don't want to go to Earth. We got the rod. We don't want to do that. We want to go all the way. Oh,
I agree with this because I love the trap chest just below the incentive chest. I love that. It always pays off for me.
It's like 50-50 for me, but I do like to check it. Not Young Me onto the Agama floor gets rewarded with a Ruse Stick. That's another important item for the end game. So that is one of the 2 free Ruse items in this game. There's a Ruse Stick, which is the power stick converted into something actually useful, and the defense sword that's kicking around.
Now, Caleb, we've seen a Ruse Stick, we've seen the power gauntlet. At what point do you try to find yourself an Excalibur or a Katana, put it on that White Mage, level up that White Mage to 50, and just call it an endgame?
Probably not anymore, because we just found a Dragon Sword +3, and I think we can make the Thief do that. But the white Excal Swinger, I mean, years ago, the White Mage strats were born with Minochi 85 in the Great Before Times, Flame Armor +2 in the pickup for that Better Trap Treasure middle box, Ice Armor +5 in this one on the Agama floor. So never punch. Open those boxes. Better Trap Treasures, sometimes they'll disappoint you, but more often than not, they're going to help you out. But he coined the White Samurai strats, the Nintendo Power strats of give the White Mage or the White Wizard that Moss immune and let her go to town on Chaos. And unfortunately, that's not possible in these flags, as the Moss has been removed from the pool. But sometimes RNG is kind, and we're given a gift that is Legendary Swords, and the White Mage has that gift. As there's the zombies with Thunder reminding Not Young Me that this game is rude sometimes.
So at the same time, you look over on Guardian Marcus's screen. He did not use a house, and he is out of exit charges, so he has to walk this chime out.
And that's scary.
So both runners losing a little bit of time here.
The zombies, okay, you got lucky there. The zombies are around on that exit out of Marsh, and we saw them have fire too earlier, but now the Thunder is bad news. But Guardian Marcus is going to promote. Not Young Me at least knows what boxes to skip, knows what boxes to open here on, or maybe not, on the the Agama floor. But I mean, at least that's a free check. Yeah, we could remember which box was the Ruse one, so we're gonna clear this probably whole room, get a little bit of money, get that ice armor, and now we're promoted. We can equip that ice +5 sword. We can sort of like position our gear to take a minute here for Guardian Marcus and just move stuff around. And now where do we go? We got a lot of key items. We got a chime, we got a cube. I guess we're gonna go turn in that slab. Probably get the bottle. Nope. We're just gonna do sky.
Yeah,
okay.
We're sky. Whoever called that, you're getting your wish. We're gonna get some little walking grind going on here, hey?
Oh, this is great. I mean, especially with exit, I like to come in here, open all these boxes on Mirage 1, exit out, build a house, go back in, clear floor 2, exit out, build a house, and by then I've already gained like 5 levels. It's taking the fights along the way, not having to worry about not having spell charges, because you're just going to exit out, build a house, and then after that you do the climb, and you still take fights along the way, especially Sky 2. There's so many lucrative fights on Sky 2. Get that single eye, you get the rock goals, you get the juicy gray Naga with the 1 air. Sometimes if you're lucky you get the 2 airs, but if you got nukes to throw around, that can be really, really good experience, especially with the XP scaling in this flag set. But Not Young Me looking to light his second orb. Taking on Carry 1 here. We are very susceptible if Carry has a big skill list.
Oh my god.
One punch takes out but and and got plenty of nukes and fades, so we might be okay provided that Carry doesn't have a Thunder or Blaze, but we're good.
You know who does have a thunder? American Gladiators, Caleb.
They do. Tell me what's a fun fact about thunder?
I don't have one prepared.
See, this is the problem, Deadpools.
This is how I screwed it up. You
I
know
got
what?
fun facts about pasta all day. Nobody
Listen, you threw the slow ball at me like I was all primed and ready for it, and it just smacked me in the face.
To quote the boys' mom and Rookie of the Year, the floater. Undone by the floater. Sea snakes with ruse is just... Sea trolls with thunder. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Something's got mute touch, too. This is Seafood Party Pack, kind of gross, but we're going to get some levels here from this spike tile in the cube room. Not Young Me's back to eating that spicy rigatoni vodka pasta here in the volcano.
Oh yeah, with that Dragon Sword +3 as well as Quad Xable. Like he is already unequipped his mages, and he has decided, you know what, Thief, it is time for you to go to the moon.
Yeah, I mean, Roostick Power Gauntlet with Dragon Sword +3. Let's go. We've got fast. We've got the free tempers at level 8. It's fine. You know, we're not gonna have the level 5 tempers, but we'll have the level 5 fasts. So different strategies working out. We'll see how Topher shakes out. Not Young Me with the orb advantage in go mode, ready to do the thing, unpromoted. Guardian Marcus on the verge of lighting first orb. We'll see if we're going to check the CC Gambit box. This is a better trap box. That top right box in this room. There's no spike tile in front of it. It was like 4 floors ago, but it is better trap treasure.
Opal Shield Womp.
It does feel a little bit bad, but Iron Hat is pretty good. You know, we got the fighter armor bonus, or in the ability to equip hats and gauntlets for the black mage. So a little extra absorb never hurt anybody, unless you're Not Young Me trying to down some party members. The Pro Cape +2. It's one of the most professional looking capes you can find in the game. Gold bracelet -2. There's like a little mage Build-A-Bear right there. Some mage got blown up in that room, and we found all his pieces. So Mr. Potato Head mage.
Those are the best mages, I'll tell you what.
One of my favorite pastas that hasn't been mentioned yet. If it was mentioned in chat, go ahead and yell at me. Is something you can make with potato. And as a lover of carbs myself, I'm sure you're aware of this, but gnocchi, like a potato gnocchi, is.
I don't think what you said is a real word.
It is. Like I said, I grew up in a predominantly Italian neighborhood, and so in high school, the only languages that were offered were Spanish or Italian. There was no German, there was no French, there was no Latin. It was Italian or Spanish, and I learned how to pronounce all of those G words at an early age. One of my favorites is the pronoun. There's a couple different pronouns. Like there's Louis and Lay, which is he and she, but there's also like other versions of them, and it's Yi. It's GLI. But there's a Warmech, and I had
no.
See you later. We don't need that much experience, I guess.
No.
But don't risk it. I get it. Warmech can.
I'd risk it. I'd risk it twice a day.
You are a madman.
Listen, meat and potatoes, Diane. What movie? What about Bob?
I mean, we probably could have got through it. We would have exhausted a lot of our resources for the Tiamat fight, and we don't have early Bracker Bane to kind of like lean back on. And Guardian Marcus doesn't have that Dragon Sword, but it would have been a little bit different Tiamat fight. Now, if we kill Tiamat, light the orb, and then go back and look for.
Oh wow,
that'd be something I think only Dangwood would do.
Yeah. First off, quit being so reasonable with your analysis.
But gnocchi, really good. I've never made them with potato. Level 30 for just screaming thief there. But I've made them with ricotta. I made my own ricotta cheese at home and made gnocchi with that, and they come out really, really good, really nice, supple. But still, I'm still chasing that restaurant quality. My wife and I went to a nice restaurant in Philadelphia one year, and she got these basil gnocchi, and they were just like fluffy little pillows of dough. It was delicious. As Guardian Marcus gets rid of Tiamat, puts her on a fluffy little pillow, and puts her to bed. Not Young Me's continuing to just eat this pasta. We're going all the way up.
Yeah, we're already up to, I think, level 33. And that is, it's startling. How high do we take this? I'm thinking to the moon. Might as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking 6 hits or 500 HP. I'd feel safe there. Or both. 6 hits, 500 HP, feel pretty good. And there's 6 hits. Where's our HP? 469. So maybe a couple more
Not
levels.
great. Yeah. I have to shout out to Kylio13 because, yes, I could, if you asked me, be like, hey, Dead Pulse, I know you're the man after midnight. Would you like to do nothing but, quote, what about Bob for 6 hours? I would say yes. Let's do it.
Guardian
Maybe
Marcus
we'll do that later.
finds his plate of lasagna here, and he's just going to go to town. And level 21. I mean, that's level 21. I think is the low threshold for Topher in these flags. Like, it's scary, especially with this party, and you see that HP across the board, all sub 300. We're a nuclear away from having a bad time.
This is when you're installing a game and it gets to that yellow zone where it's like, well, the game's playable.
It's playable. Yeah, Topher's playable right now for Guardian Marcus, and for Not Young Me, it's ready to go. I think. Level 4. We're going all the way up. If we hit 40 and we're still going, I don't think we're stopping. To the moon. To the moon, Dead Pulse.
To the moon.
I think Not Young Me just really doesn't want to bounce out of Topher.
I think he just likes killing red dragons.
Yeah, it's the Dragon Slayer.
Well, here's the deal, and here's why Not Young Me this is even more benefit that he doesn't even know. Guardian Marcus hasn't found a katana.
Mm-hmm. Or the incentive
or the Vorpal. So he's gonna be swinging that ice sword +5, or there was a light axe, I think, +5.
What baffles me, and we'll have to ask both of our runners about this when they come in for the interview post race. Neither runner has made the walk to Lefane. That's a key item just waiting there. It could be a ribbon. Not Young Me doesn't have one. Guardian Marcus got the free one out of the ice cave, or the non-incentivized ribbon. He found a loose ribbon in the ice cave. The free one is the one that is in the game per the rules. But so it could be a second ribbon. It could be a Vorpal sword. It could be a dud. But actually, it can't be. It has to be one of those two things. The other is in the waterfall, because all that's left is adamant the bottle.
Now, I would be remiss because Naomi doesn't have that knowledge because he didn't go to Ice Cave. But for Guardian Marcus, you got a 50-50 chance of spending 45 seconds and getting a ribbon, or spending a minute 30 doing both of them and getting a ribbon. Like, that's, you kind of got to take that.
At 40, Not Young Me,
oh my,
and it's over.
This dive, I have seen dives with less succeed. That's how I'm prefacing this. However,
what are we doing?
We didn't res our party.
Okay. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
let's try that again.
I was like, the mad lad has just lost his mind. It's just like, no, not only am I gonna beat this game, take just the thief to do it. He's coming after Will Bloodworth's throne there, taking the solo thief into Topher. Yeah. Absolute madness.
You know what? At that point, I would have said, just keep going, man. Just go for it. When you beat this, I'll eat my hat.
Actual dive coming in at 41, like 35.
This is a pretty fast time to get into Temple of Fiends. And we have a thief that is essentially to the moon. Maybe 550 health? This has a real shot.
Yeah, and I mean I don't think we found it, but if like silver armor had rolled up, because the thief does have the ability to equip red mage armor. So, but Guardian Marcus with the arrow orb lit, coming in here, gonna light his second orb, and is still in a little bit of a level predicament. We do know that the red Ds are there. We are promoted, but not young me in a good position here, provided the fiends play nice.
This seed is terrifying. This is the nightmare that I have every night, Caleb, where it's like, I don't want to fish out the tail, but I don't want to swing a dragon sword +3.
Yeah, I don't think I promoted in any of my pod races, and I felt terrified the entire time. I might have promoted in the first one. It was triple white mage, black mage. I might have promoted there. But
yeah, that probably would have been something good. But Guardian Marcus lighting his second orb. So we're in go mode, but like you said, no character has above 316 health. This is going to be dangerous.
But here we go. Lich 2. We're having a little bit of resource debate here. We're going to fire a nuke, fire a fade, wait, and swing. As Guardian Marcus sets up his grind, and not young me through Lich 2, no problem.
Did you see that level 42 thief with his tiny little arms swing that dragon sword +3 for 55 damage? That is terrifying.
He did it though.
You know what? I can't argue with that. That fade rolled max 320 damage and did exactly what he needed. He's got, I believe, 6 casts of fast. Maybe it's only 5.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I would love to see one of these runners check Lefane, but neither runner will. It is almost foolish at this point to do so. We're going to power bonk fast arm 3. And I believe that was a nuke that was coming out on Bubba. There's Zap. That's a scary spell to see. We don't have ribbons.
Yeah, but the best American Gladiator only takes out 1, but Carrie follows it with a nuclear. Doesn't kill anybody else. Oh my goodness, we got to start. Not young me manages to take down Carrie. Not a lot of health, but oh man. You want to get your blood pumping? That's how you do it.
Spooky, spooky stuff. As Guardian Marcus trying to get this red D to eat him a little bit here. When you want your food to play a little meaner, but not too mean. Just please, just keep punching these light warriors.
I'm not gonna lie, Caleb. This red D has gotten more screen time in this race than it has, the entirety of the pod rounds.
It's the best we've found with that dragon sword. Not young me inviting extra encounters or not hugging that wall. Oh my goodness. This is not the floor to do it on. The total disrespect, but I guess we didn't see any encounters on that floor, so we're going all offense fast, temper swing, and
fade. Let's do it.
Ruse. There's the nuke.
Oh no!
Nuke doesn't care about your ruse.
Anything.
This is problems. We are in a problematic position. I think we have to pivot to oops all damage. Let's go nuke, nuke, nuke. Yep. Lightning 2 cleans up C4. Ruse stick again. We are in 2-man time.
And I think we're bracing for a single thief going through this.
Ooh, I mean the Dragon Sword and Tiamat have met before. Gonna keep those nukes coming. Goodbye, B4. We are down to A4 and 14 hits, 1197. This thief just pulled himself up by his bootstraps, little hands and all, with that dragon sword. Says, "I can do anything." Have you ever wanted to do so much that you could do anything?
This is exactly what Na Young Me knew was going to happen. Like with the party comp that he had, with the levels that they had, it was always going to come down to a solo thief taking on the world.
It's so scary without a ribbon. That thief does not have a lot of MDef.
Oh no!
It's probably time to swing. Ooh,
Oh
fire
my
2.
goodness.
Not young me
Oh my goodness.
in search of
So,
a
oh
pivot.
my goodness. Yeah, Caleb, like everything. So, not young me's strategy, I've seen it work before, but it requires that fiends don't willy nilly throw around nuke like it's going out of style. And that's exactly what these fiends have done. He managed to survive 2 different renditions of it, but that third one was an endgame.
So not young me is going to head down to, and we're doing a 2-man grind for Guardian Marcus. That's worth remarking upon. So now we're going to have 2 potential melee strats. Not young me checking the Lefane turn in, hoping it's going to be his tail, but it's a ribbon, so that's definitely worth rediving now. I think if we're not young me, we think we might have a better chance with this. Just a ribbon might make the difference. But we reset out.
I think we're going for it. We're going to go for waterfall to try to fish out the tail. And I think we're going to try to get the Vorpal. Because here's the serious problem, Caleb. We were killed by non-elemental spells, so that ribbon is going to be useless. It's RNG at this point.
The opting out of the ribbon still feels dangerous because we don't know what Chaos has. Chaos could open with Bane, and he might not have a nuke. All the nukes might be spread out through Kraken and Tia and Lich and all the pre-fiends. Warmech might even have a couple of them. Well, not a couple, but I might have one. But
go ahead.
It's just, it feels like a restrictive play style. Like it would have taken 30 seconds to walk back to your airship. I understand it's a race. You got to go fast. You got to do the thing. But
his plan could be that he's coming back anyways to pick up magic.
Fair. That's
so
fair.
So if we're going there, JC lately in chat, the tail ended up being from Ice Cave, which was the ruby to the TNT to the tail.
And did you see that juicy little tile in the waterfall?
I did not.
Well, he's gonna walk back across it probably. Or no, we're just gonna exit out. It was the eye.
I see.
Mm-hmm. And not young me. And I feel like this is one of those things that gets in a runner's head as Guardian Marcus heads to Lefane to pick up spells, and we'll get that second ribbon now that we're promoted all the way up. And we have levels and we have charges on the ninja, so this is a good play. Not young me is probably in his head, oh crap. Guardian Marcus came to the waterfall. He found the eye. He grinded. He did this bottle turn in. He got the tail. So now it's just like you start. There's a panic mode. I feel like on not young me's coming in, but might feel a little bit better upon getting the Vorpal. And you might think, oh, maybe my opponent didn't go to Ice Cave. Maybe he's not promoted. Maybe he didn't find the grind. Because I feel like in the head-to-head races, at least for me, I'm always wondering what my opponent's doing, and I'm hoping that they're not making better decisions than me, which is is always the case. I make terrible decisions.
Oh, I completely forgot this. Naomi didn't dive Marsh Cave either.
Yeah,
got to go through the entirety of the motions.
Yeah, I mean it's faster with exit than Ice Cave without warp. So Guardian Marcus cleaning up the last of his spell purchases, gonna get fast and temper where he can. Extra tempers, extra fasts. Never hurt anybody. And I think Guardian Marcus is set up. We've got 2 ribbons. We don't have that in-game weapon that Not Young Me has. But Not Young Me's sitting on a lot of Topher knowledge about non-elemental nuclear, and just bad times.
So here's the problem, Caleb. Here's all I can think about. So Not Young Me realizes, okay, I need to do a little bit more damage, and I know that Dragon Sword isn't cutting it, so I have to go get the tail and promote. I have to find a better weapon, and I know I can get the Vorpal, and that will at least give me the crit chance for it. However, so Guardian Marcus is better equipped for Topher with those 2 ribbons. Just found a katana +4. Oh my goodness.
Never punished. Open the boxes. They're yours. they're yours the minute you boot up the game. You just got to get the items to get into them. Like, you earned those boxes. They're free. You're never punished. Check them. Katana 4. Guardian Marcus just got bailed out and doesn't even know it. Black shirt +3. Yes, please. Give me that time and ice.
What else are we going to get here? Let's get the third ribbon.
Third ribbon. Oh, heal +1 stick. Hey. You know, we threw away that Thor hammer. That white mage can swing that heal stick.
Caleb, I think that these are the new validation checks.
I mean, that's fair. So Guardian Marcus around 5220, coming in about 10 minutes after notyoungme's first dive, but in a much better position than notyoungme's first dive. We're promoted. We've got spells. Promotion's a little bit less of a like left skewed. It's definitely more sort of like traditional bell curve, the way our levels are spread out. We got 2 good levels warriors with that red wizard and the ninja. The white mage, black mage are a little suspect, but we're promoted.
I think it's all suspect. I mean, the finishing of my thought is really that notyoungme had a character that was level 42 with over 500 hit points and was still not able to survive the onslaught of nuke and nuclears that were coming out. Even with that katana +4, with that knowledge, this is going to be a tall order for Guardian Marcus to make it through.
I think it's going to be interesting because if notyoungme opens these boxes, he's going to get a second ribbon. And so good on him for opening these boxes. The fascinating thing I think about Guardian Marcus is dive here. You're coming in at 53 minutes. You have to assume that your opponent is in here with you or has already been in here and is bounced out and is not or he's fighting chaos right now, any minute kind of thing. So like you're kind of keeping one eye on the race room. So I feel like Guardian Marcus has to approach these fiends all out, nuke, swing, fade, just hit them with everything you got. And we're gonna waste a fast charge, but I think you gotta go oops all nukes and just power through in hopes that you can get through the fiends as quickly as possible. And what that might do is set him up to miss the nukes and nuclears, because notyoungme's dive relied on a little bit of preparation, some ruse sticking, some buffing, and then pivoting to damage. So it's gonna be interesting to see how these especially the Tiamat and Kraken fights go for Guardian Marcus, provided we can get past carry 2.
All I know is that if Guardian Marcus does not get through this Topher, everybody needs to get themselves some ice cream, because we're going to be here for a little bit. That's the problem when you have a Force Thief. Mm-hmm. They just don't have the health to be able to survive like a back-to-back nuclear.
This is true. So notyoungme gets the tail. We're going to check these boxes because we're here. As Guardian Marcus gets through carry 2, and we're approaching the end times here. Like this is the bad times. Whether or not Guardian Marcus has the same experience that notyoungme had, yet to be seen. But it's one of those things. I'm always like, so we're running on a 10-minute delay. I haven't peeked into the race room. I don't want to. I don't want to be spoiled, because I want to see how this goes for Guardian Marcus, and it's fascinating whenever you watch a race, and it can be frustrating from a runner's perspective when they're watching it back and one runner sees the mess and the other one doesn't. And I wonder if we're going to get that again with the rando being rando. But we're going to swing fast. Hey, I would have faded. 80 to 320 feels better than just one stack of invis, but there it is. 5 hits, 400 damage. We're already like 700 damage into this Kraken too. Fast comes out. There's a punch. We soak the hit from Kraken. That's got to be good news. Here come the nukes and fades. Oops, all nukes. And hey, Kraken says, I can do that. Check this out, guys.
Oh my god. But we got some key resists there.
Throw that white mage into the fire, but promoted, we have life on the red wizard.
We're back up and running.
Mm-hmm. And there's the ribbon for notyoungme. He's going to do his spell shopping, and then he's just going to come tumbling into Topher, and that ninja is going to be a big red ball of yarn with a knife sticking out of it that we're not going to want to get in the way of.
There's still a chance that Not Young Me decides to check that Topher box, get the Katana +4, and then the whirlwind is on.
Oh yeah, that would be insane. It would be amazing if Not Young Me did that, because you never want to see a runner outplayed for just like a quick cheeky check or like just one little thing. You want to see, and there it is.
Oh no!
One damage from a Katana.
Oh no!
Lightning 2 rolls through. We do fine because we have MDEF. We've got a couple ribbons. We're gonna wall. I like that.
Yeah, but that nuclear is the first skill.
Mm-hmm. Lock 2 comes out. You gotta be able to hit if you're gonna do melee damage. And right now, Guardian Marcus was not able to hit. 1 lock 2 in, and we got 10 hits. 600 damage. This Tiamat has like that perfect that Goldilocks threshold of evasion where like you're either gonna hit me or you're gonna miss. Like if you're gonna hit me, you're gonna hit me hard. But Tiamat made out of tissue paper. And Guardian Marcus is gonna get our first look at Chaos as Not Young Me, evaluating his needs, thinks about going back and eating some more pasta, but says no. We're now 58 minutes in. We gotta go. You know, we were in tow for 17 minutes ago, but first let's get life on those red wizards, because that would have changed our dive last time too.
Mm-hmm.
So, heads up plays all around. You love to see adjustments. I think that's one thing. If you're new to Final Fantasy Randomizer, you can find the Discord. You can join the community at FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. You can get involved, learn the game, come play with us. But if you're one of the newer runners out there watching this, I think the big takeaway here is adjustments. If you bounce out and you think you can make it, go back in. But if you need to make adjustments, leave and go make them. At the end of the day, it's going to cost you time, but not as much time as diving and failing again. So Not Young Me coming back in, much better equipped. Guardian Marcus pulling Chaos. You want to call this fight, buddy?
Sure. All right. So Chaos decides to go first and doesn't quite take out the Black Mage. That's great news for us, as that Black Mage is going to be casting Temper. We're doing more defensive strats at this point, trying to keep the White Mage and the Thief alive as we keep buffing. We'll see if Chaos, just on a punchy rampage, only doing 107 damage to Guardian Marcus's Thief. We're still in danger of being nucleared, but if Chaos is a punch-only script, this is going to be easy pickings.
That's good. That's good news. That's good news for Guardian Marcus, because, like you said, we're one spell or skill away from having a very bad time. And
a third punch, but the White Mage, after having a ruse stack, takes it out. Heal 3 goes off. 10 hits, 1220. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's probably a lot. That's probably a lot of damage.
Let's see if Chaos can avoid. Oh my god, misses the Thief. It's punchy. This is over. 10 hits, 1356. There, let's head over to the race room. It is an official racetowntime.gg. 1 hour and 4 seconds. Let's see your GGs in chat for Guardian Marcus taking this game. Oh my.
That's right, I gotta hit the button.
You got
I forgot I'm tracking.
Do the thing.
Oh man. GG's to Guardian Marcus. That was a nail biter of a finish, because that, like you said, that could have gone so many different directions. As we are joined in the booth by Guardian Marcus. GG, buddy.
Thanks, gentlemen.
How do you feel?
I mean, I'm happy I won, but that didn't feel good. Especially at the beginning, I got knocked down quite a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you made the adjustments with your party along the way, so good job there. Dead Pulse, I am notorious for talking over my co-coms and asking all the questions they want to ask, so I'm just going to defer to you, buddy.
Guardian Marcus, favorite American gladiator.
I was almost going to ask him that. See what I mean?
Been so long since I've seen it. I'm just gonna say Zap.
You are correct. Zap is the best American gladiator. All right, so back to the real, Final Fantasy Randomizer stuff. You bounced a couple of times out of Marsh Cave, and that's what you're talking about with your frustration. Was that? How did you overcome? Like, let's talk to the newer runners out there. How do you overcome the frustration of bouncing out, going down, finding the chime, bouncing out again, realizing this isn't where I need to go, but I want this for the future?
Yeah. Definitely, yes. Keep that in mind. Chime wasn't something that was necessarily needed. I was planning on trying to go to air or sky anyways. So I figured I would come back with more levels, seeing how the monsters had, cremate and whatever else they had. So you have to know when to stop banging your head against the wall and just say, okay, I need to step back, go somewhere else, maybe get some levels. I was a very low level at that point, so definitely go get some levels and then come back and get the chime later. Use a house before you go into Marsh so that you can use an exit afterwards. So don't do what I did, because that was just, I felt like I made a lot of mental errors this race, and I'm actually really worried about my next race later tonight.
As speaking about really worried, watching Not Young Me get through Kraken 2 there, another nail biter of a fight, Dead Pulse. We were down everybody across the board under like 75 HP when all the damage came out, and we got through Kraken 2 with a big old Vorpal swing for over 1,000 damage. So nice adjustments here from
impressive and terrifying.
Yeah, nice adjustments here from Not Young Me after his first bounce out of Topher, finding that promotion, getting that in-game weapon, having a slightly different experience. We're still having a terrifying experience here in Topher, but it's less scary because now we have 3 life casters. And we got a big boy damage swinging.
So Guardian Marcus, next question. How big was your smile when you found that Katana +4 sitting in Temple of Fiends locked?
Oh, I was all smiles, and all I could think of was Caleb saying, "Never punished." Open boxes.
Dang right, man. Those are your boxes. You earned them. Yeah. You earned them just by booting up the seed.
I wanted that. I thought about, okay, I need a katana right now.
Yeah. I need to get a ROM hack that says it changes the nothing here to just say never punished, so I can just walk around and make my light warriors say it. As Not Young Me pulling up to Chaos, we know Chaos potentially has a punch-only script. We'll see if Not Young Me has a different experience. We're going to fast, we're going to temper, we're going to power bonk, and we're going to wall the White Wizard.
Oh
Goodbye,
my god.
B4. B4 gone before the temper can come out, but the fast did hit, so we got another temper there. We're going to swing. A little bit of like nerve and decision there. Temper and a wall coming out on the ninja. We do only have the 1 ribbon. Chaos with Cure 4. Chaos does have a script. Marcus, respond.
I guess I got some good RNG.
Yeah, all punches. We thought that Chaos might have just had the punch script. Not Young Me showing that he's trying to take Devious RNG's belt of worst luck in FFR. 12 hits, 593. Another nuke here from C4, 226. That looks like Mute Touch on Chaos as well.
That was Dark Touch, baby.
Dark Touch. 214 Fade, gonna get it done. Not Young Me. Get those GGs in chats. We got an official Racetown time of 1 hour, 5 minutes, 47 seconds. So just 5 minutes back. And there is Not Young Me. GG, buddy. You're muted if you don't know it, but that was walk me through your brain and Topher Dive #1.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I wanted to have been promoted, but I had that thief up to level 42. I had the root stick, the power bonk. Yeah, I only had 1 life caster, so it's like, all right, if I have to solo this, that's fine. I came in late and I saw the end of. I heard you guys talking about a chaos punch only script. I think if I had that, I would have had a shot at that. That's for sure. But he high rolled nuke or nuclear on my first attempt. But GG's to Guardian. He's a great runner. That was a lot of fun, and it happens, right? That's part of the beauty of randomizer.
Yeah, rando gonna rando for sure.
Yeah.
Deadpools, once again, I'm gonna defer to you because I always talk over my co-coms, and I'm not doing it this time.
Well, I was going to say that great minds think alike because I was waiting for Not Young Me to come into the room to see if it was actually devious. Because you got some of the worst luck that I have ever seen going through a Topher. Like, Guardian Marcus didn't end up seeing the nuclear from Tiamat that hit you first round, didn't see the first turn nuke from Kraken, and like...
The zap from Carry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so it was a little brutal, but I did what I was going to say first off and foremost. How did you feel about selling that Thor hammer?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really want to, but I didn't want to backtrack and go and get the crystal. I know you could equip that with the thief, and it was improved Thor hammer, but I should have done that real early on and then gone right and got the to the crystal. But it actually worked out getting the ship. So that was just kind of luck, but yeah, I mean, it was enough gold. I'll sell anything. I'll sell, I won't say a ribbon unless I have a few of them, but it's, if you're in that area and you need to buy an item, you just don't know. That could lead to the floater, and that's a game changer.
That's true, but I like hammers, and I would have a hard time parting. What else?
That would have been a no-brainer. I'm upset that I didn't do it sooner. But no, I don't know if you saw me, but I went into Topher without actually resurrecting my party, so that was a mistake. I went into Topher without actually buying life for the red mages. That was a mistake, and realized that early on. And then right when I entered in Chaos, I walled the fighter because I forgot to put on the ribbon onto the fighter, and I'm like, okay, I'll just wall him. And then of course I wall the white mage. So I wouldn't say it was nerves. It's probably just more frustration because that should have gone much, much different. And it is what it is.
Well, let me tell you, when you entered Topher with just the thief, I was like, come on, let's do this.
Yeah. Do you want a little bit of bad news, Not Young Me?
I heard about the katana +4 in Topher Locked, and I'm gonna throw up. So,
okay.
What? Had I not found that delicious, red dragon, I would have checked there for a grind. Obviously, but
yeah. You did find the eye tile though.
I did.
Walking into the waterfall, and you see that eye tile, and you're thinking that the waterfall might be the tail. When you get the bottle out of the waterfall, and you see that eye tile, is any part of your brain thinking like, oh man, Marcus was here and this is where he got his levels and his tail?
Yeah, I mean, waterfall, not a lot of people go there, right? Unless they're really searching out the tails. So I didn't think that he would go there super early. Props to him if he did. When I saw it, I was more like, there's no way I'm taking this. I'm already got the levels. I don't need to grind up my party. I know that at any second I'm going to see, races finish. So I just had to go. So I mean, it would have been a bummer if I saw that eye tile in Marsh. Then I would have been bummed because exit was fairly early. Marsh is, not an ideal play, but it is a play.
Now, I will ask you both to comment on probably. I'm Deadpool, so I'm going to speak for you. Your favorite play of the game, the early ordeals check.
Yep.
Did you go there because you knew Deadpulse was calling the race?
100%. Because, no matter what, even if I get, if I lose, which I did, as long as I go there first, at least Deadpulse is going to be happy, and that's all that matters.
Well, it paid out. It paid out. And Marcus, you came in right behind after diving Marsh and kind of bouncing out after the sort of Marsh got the better of you. You both prioritized ordeals. Marcus, was that always in your game plan to head there first?
Not necessarily, but after bouncing off Marsh, I want to get some levels, and I do think ordeals is pretty good for giving early levels, especially at Nuke, and I think Fade at that point. So I definitely.
Well, GG's to both of you. Deadpool, so you got any other questions for our runners?
No, I was just going to say that, every time someone goes to ordeals sub 10 minutes, an angel gets its wings. So thank you very much, Not Young Me.
Hey, I'm happy to do it for you.
Yeah, Guardian Marcus, GG's. You pulled out this race. You went in with a battle plan. You got a little sidetracked in some BS early on, but you managed to pull it back. Not Young Me, also a great race. You had a lot of adversity. You made some great adjustments, and even Caleb and I were both remarking, this is to all the new players, this is what you do when you know what's going on in Topher and you need to get to where you need to be. You executed it perfectly. Unfortunately, it wasn't in the cards for you, but I just want to say GG's to both of you. Good luck in your next races. I will let Caleb do the thing, and we'll be done.
Well, Marcus, Not Young Me, I know you guys both have to go. You got races Not Young Me, you got a race in 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going live right now.
Final thoughts before you go take on Dangwoo for your last pod race.
Yeah, again, GG's Guardian. Always a pleasure racing against you and Caleb and Dead Pulse. Really appreciate you guys doing comms. I couldn't tell who was tracking.
I was clicking buttons.
Okay.
I wasn't very good at it, but
all right. Well, I appreciate that. And then thanks everyone for watching. If you haven't done this before, sign up. It's a lot of fun. Everyone's super helpful. If you don't know what you're doing, that's fine. But you got to start somewhere. I know Guardian is now kind of a veteran, but he started off as duckling and won some things, and everyone's just really helpful in the community, and it's a ton of fun. It's highly addicting, but a ton of fun. So thanks everyone, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Best of luck in your race against Dangwoo. Beat him for me. Dangwoo, you're going down, buddy. Not Young Me's coming for you.
I'm in for him.
Marcus, you got a race at 10:30 tonight?
Yeah, it's 30 past my bedtime, but...
Oh, no. Night races are terrifying.
No, I'm up at 6:30 when you guys do your first run of the day. So.
But you're taking on IB Karma tonight at 10:30 Eastern. Final thoughts on this seed before you go get ready for that one?
Again, it was frustrating and just a rough go of it. GG's to Not Young Me. Good luck in your next match. And thank you, Caleb and Dead Pulse, for doing the comms.
Absolutely, man. I'm happy to do it for you. Dead Pulse, thank you so much for being co-comms with me. This was a lot of fun. We talked American Gladiators, we talked Pasta, we talked FFR. If you want to do more, FinalFantasyRandomizer.com will get you access to the randomizer itself. There's a Discord link there. There's access to the wiki where you can learn about it. You can come to the Discord, be a part of the community. The Duckling Derby is ramping up to take place after this winter tournament, so if you want to be a part of that new player experience, it's a perfect time to do that. FinalFantasyRandomizer.com will get you everything you need to know. But thank you so much, everybody, for coming out and watching. There's plenty of other races going on. We got at 9 p.m. I'm sorry, at 8:30. So basically, if you want to go right now on Final Fantasy Randomizer's Twitch, there is DM Stewart's taking on Nimanva. Then at 9 p.m. you can catch Not Young Me racing Dangwoo over on Speed Gaming 2. At 9 p.m. Eastern on RPG Limit Break, you can watch Fred Coughlin taking on Goats Pirate. Fred Coughlin looking to complete his 3-0 run on pods. And then later tonight at 10:30, you can see Guardian Marcus. So come join the Discord, grab the spectator role. You'll never miss a ping, never miss a race. Thank you so much for coming out again. Have a good night, everybody.